backing out of the driveway, and I have no plan whatsoever what I'm doing today. I could end up all the way in upstate New York, or I could end up all the way out in Pennsylvania. I'm on a random snowy, bumpy dirt road. I tried to come up here and find a super remote spot, but turns out the road kind of leaves the river. The creek is somewhere over there. We're gonna get on some fish. When? I don't know. Here we have it. This is take number 6, trying to find a fishing spot up here in the snow-covered North Country. I've fished 4 or 5 different locations. I'm trying to find a place to start off casting at. There have been a lot of road bumps in the way on this trip. Restricted areas where I can't fish. Other guys in the parking lot. We're on to the next spot. This adventure surely will lead me where it's meant to. Just gonna hop back in the car and keep going. I've been driving for probably about 2 hours now. Time for some donuts and we're off. I'm following a little animal trail right now on the side of an iced up pond. The creek that we're fishing is right down there. It's actually the same creek that I was driving along that snowy dirt road. And I was seriously debating even coming back here and exploring the spot. I am so happy that I did. I feel like this might be the exact energy that we need to get this send going. Water temps are gonna be increasing. The bait fish are gonna start moving around more. Maybe some wintertime hatches, maybe some pine tree snags. Got it out. I'm gonna start exploring up this way a bit. As an angler, you find yourself sometimes basing the success of a trip on a fish catch. The truth of it is, the bites come when they're meant to. I needed this adventure today just to get me out here. I haven't fished in a couple weeks, but it's also proving to me that I was expecting fish and I was expecting to come out here and it to be easy, but you got to work for it. You got to stick with it, and dedication and persistence is truly what is the only way to get you what you're looking for. Every part of the adventure has a purpose. Literally walking through this water, all right, it's time for a lure change. Spinner's coming off. Open up the mystery box here. Who knows what's even in here? I don't even. I'm gonna throw countdown minnow. Cannot go wrong with a countdown, especially this time of year, these kind of conditions. There we go, guys. Countdown is equipped, tied on, launched out. Rocks down there, you see? Right there, those are all little stone flies and critters that the brown trout feed on, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe so. And once you step foot in an environment out here, it just kind of all makes sense. You don't need to know the trivial scientific names of anything. You just kind of step in the water, you can feel it, and you're connected to it. And that's some of the most valuable things I've ever experienced in life. It's not sitting down reading a textbook, knowing all the species of plants and species of the bugs. It's coming out here and it's seeing it for yourself. Got him, fish on. That's a big one too. No way. First trout of the day. Yes. Yes. So it took absolutely forever to even find a fish, but this is the first one. Beautiful one to start the day off. Wow. Could not have felt any better land that fish. There he goes. There you have it. That kind of goes hand in hand with exactly what I've been talking about for the whole video. And just, I've been happy to be out here and enjoying exploring. And the fish catches just happen randomly. You never know when it's gonna happen, if you're gonna get a bite or if you're gonna get totally skunked. But me making the choice to explore this section of river and just staying persistent and positive and doing it is what made it happen. And I've spent way too much time inside, unmotivated, looking at Google Maps or going out on a trip and then things aren't working out right and I just kind of give up. That from this point on, I'm gonna hold myself to it and hopefully inspire you guys to hold yourselves to just making the most of every single moment and taking what you can from it, not getting discouraged and keeping at doing what you love, because this is what I love doing. And how could I come out and have a fishing trip where I walk away unhappy? I mean, I get to be out here, explore it, do what I love. Doesn't get much better than that. Now comes the point of the trip. We landed the fish. I'm continuing to work upstream, and I've been asking myself this question I'm gonna ask you guys in a second all day long, because I drive down the roads and I drive down these beautiful creeks and rivers, and all I ever see is that. And that. And that. And that. And those yellow things. And it makes me think, why? What's the purpose of restricting exploration? Anyway, there are more pools to explore. This is actually a public section of river, believe it or not. I've been looking all day to find a good public section of river. But yeah, so let's keep fishing. I got a feeling we're gonna pull something else out of this pool. It's a very similar style to that one where I just caught that brown. There's almost gotta be a fish chilling in here. I'm gonna cast it in the current. You see how the current pulls right under that tree? That's where a fish would be sitting if there's one in here. So I'm gonna try to catch him by surprise and get him to strike a wooden lure thinking it's a actual bait fish. There was a fish after it. It wasn't a big fish. All right, well, I think that's enough reason right there to keep going upstream. Just like I always say, there's always something better that lies upstream, and you can't get stuck fishing for a stubborn fish in a pool like this, or you could if you really want to, but my preference on fishing is I want to catch a fish. They're gonna sit there, see whatever lure I'm throwing or fly or anything, and just come up and smoke it out of instinct and aggression. I want to catch the fish that'll bite even if I'm throwing 60-pound braid and a wider leader. I want to catch the badass browns. Look at this little confluence of a tributary that comes into the main river. Might work up that later, but for now, I'm gonna keep on following up this river until I get to some untouched water, and then I got a hefty hike back to the car. I'll just say that, probably 3 miles now at least. But the exploring is what has led me to the epicness. And look at this little campsite on the side of the creek. That'd be an amazing place to spend the night. All right, so coming up on a very unique pool yet again. Placid water, not much current running through. And that tributary actually was just a branch of the river. So it's funny how you kind of learn the way of the river once you keep going up. I could have sworn that was a tributary that I knew of. The shade from the pine trees, you feel the temperature change the second you get in here. That's why there's still so much snow on the ground. From up here, I got a pretty good vantage point on the creek. All throughout here, it's a little shallow. Probably want to fish up there though. This is gonna be a sketchy descent into the creek, but I think we got it actually. I think made it. That was kind of cool actually. I mean, a little intimidating, but absolutely doable. And another example there, the adrenaline of the send, it keeps you going. Got him, fish on, another one. Wow, I was almost thinking there has to be a fish under this fallen tree. This little wild brown came out. He followed it and he opened his mouth. He missed it. He came back and crushed it. That is awesome. Oh, quick release on him. Just jumped out of my hands. Alright, we're catching you guys on the iPhone now because the GoPro is out of batteries and everything. So the send lives on through the view of the iPhone. Kind of rigged it up on the chest mount. Now that we're in the more remote part of the creek where you can't really access at all, not even, I mean, yeah, it's inaccessible completely. The fishing should be even getting a little bit better. Okay, there was a 20-incher at my feet. Got him. This is a smaller one. This is a smaller brown. There was one that was seriously pushing 20, 23 inches right in this pool. I'm gonna come back to him on my way out of here. This fish would not bite it. He followed it back in like time after time, but the other one was triple his size. It's a gorgeous brown. Right, this next pool, whew, just keeps getting better and better in this creek. Got him, big brown. There we go. Keeping on upgrading in size. This fish would not resist it either. I mean, now I'm getting into some real untouched fish. That's good to see. Beauty. I've somehow made it back to civilization. The road is straight ahead of me, and that's why I'm gonna hike back to get to the car. Thank you guys for tuning in to this true down and dirty sky life style adventure. It couldn't have gotten any more real than it was. I mean, I was struggling the whole day to pull something together, and the second that I kind of let go and I was like, whatever, I'm going for it. I'm gonna explore up 4 miles of creek and not even care how long it takes for me to walk back to my car. That's when it worked out. Got back in the car safely. That walk back was a little bit eerie to say the least. All the cameras were dead. Oh, look at that, there's a deer right there. Oh, I could have sworn that was a wood bugger. I had my heart racing. Until next time, keep on getting out there, keep on promoting positivity fishing, and keep on sending it. No matter what, no matter where you are, no matter what happens, take away the positives from the day, and you will be winning more than anyone else, because I could have came out here and I could have kept the skunked mentality, because skunked isn't only not catching a fish, it's coming out a day with nothing. I mean, you can never come out of one of these trips completely empty-handed, even if you try. But that's all I gotta say, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Sky Life out. For these kind of conditions. Snow-covered banks, beautiful trout stream that I just came up on.